The air itself felt different here, as if the very atmosphere was aware of the significance of this place. There was a hush, a pause in the world, as if the land was waiting for something to happen, for stories to unfold. It seemed to hold its breath, suspended between the past and the future, between two nations and countless destinies. I stood on Jordanian soil facing the King Hussein Bridge, quiet, functional, a crossing between lands bound by history and hope. This was not just a checkpoint, but a living symbol of the region's complexity, a place where the echoes of ancient civilizations and the realities of modern politics meet. The sun blazed overhead, ancient and watchful, casting sharp shadows on the ground. Around me, travelers murmured in a mix of languages, Arabic, Hebrew, English, and others, each voice carrying its own story, its own reason for crossing. Behind me stretched the vast deserts of Jordan, their golden sands whispering tales of Bedouins and lost cities. Petra's rose-red beauty lingered in my memory, a reminder of the wonders I was leaving behind. Ahead, the hills of Israel beckoned, promising new experiences, new questions, and new answers in a land layered with meaning. The contrast was immense, almost startling, a threshold between worlds, where the arid expanse of the desert gave way to the cultivated green of another country. It was a line drawn not just on the map, but in the very fabric of the landscape. Suitcases rattled over uneven ground, a family laughed softly over steaming tea, and I clutched my passport, feeling the weight of all the stories, hopes, and anxieties that had passed through this crossing before me. Every traveler here seemed to carry a piece of history in their hands. This was more than a border, it was a journey through history, faith, and human experience. Each step forward was a step into the unknown, a crossing not just of geography but of identity and understanding. I breathed in the warm, dusty air, catching a hint of citrus from nearby groves, and felt the sun on my face. With every breath, I tried to absorb the significance of this moment, to remember the feeling of standing at the edge of two worlds. With a last look at the Jordanian flag fluttering in the breeze, I took a deep breath and stepped forward. I was crossing not just into another country, but into a new chapter of understanding, carrying with me the lessons of the past and the hope for what lay ahead. Excitement, nerves, and gratitude filled me as I began this extraordinary walk, one that would forever change the way I saw borders and the people who crossed them. The Jordan Valley's rugged beauty faded behind me as I approached the border. The hills, sculpted by time, whispered of ancient tribes and prophets. Crossing the bridge, the landscape shifted. Jordan's ochres gave way to Israel's green orchards and date palms. The air grew heavier, scented with blossoms and fertile earth, a testament to human cultivation. Jordan's side felt timeless and calm, Israel's bustling and efficient. The architecture and energy changed, reflecting two distinct national characters. Within a few hundred meters, I experienced a living geography lesson. History, politics, and culture were written into the very soil. The contrast between ancient hills and modern agriculture told its own story. Here, priorities and dreams coexist side by side. Simply looking, truly seeing, taught me more than any book. My mind raced with emotion as I walked. Borders can be intimidating, but anticipation outweighed my nerves. I was entering a land sacred to billions, a place woven into humanity's story. I thought of pilgrims, prophets, and the spiritual weight of this ground. My journey was secular, but the sense of connection was profound. Crossing peacefully felt like a quiet act of hope in a divided world. Every traveler here for work, family, or faith was proof of our desire to connect. I felt like a small part of history, yet deeply linked to it. This was more than a line on a map. It was an inner journey, challenging my preconceptions. Whatever happened next, I knew this experience had already changed me. Crossing here is straightforward, but it's a process that demands both patience and a bit of planning. For many, this border is more than just a line on a map, it's a threshold between worlds. And the experience can be as memorable as the destinations themselves. Expect to spend some time waiting, especially during busy travel seasons or holidays, so bring water, snacks, and a good book to help pass the time. Your journey begins at the King Hussein Bridge Terminal, a bustling hub where travelers from all walks of life converge. Before you can proceed, you'll need to pay the Jordanian exit tax, which must be paid in Jordanian dinars. It's wise to have the correct amount ready, as currency exchange lines can be long and slow-moving. This small step ensures your departure is smooth and hassle-free. After paying the tax, you'll receive an exit stamp, but not in your passport. Instead, officials provide a separate slip of paper. Guard this carefully as you'll need it for the next stage of your journey. Losing it can mean delays or extra questions, so keep it with your travel documents. Next, board the shuttle bus that will take you across the bridge. Walking the bridge isn't permitted, so the shuttle is your only option. The ride itself is short, but it's a moment to reflect on the significance of the crossing and the history beneath your wheels. As you cross, look out the window at the Jordan River below. Though it's narrow, the river is steeped in centuries of history and spiritual meaning. For many pilgrims, this crossing is a surreal and moving experience, connecting them to stories and traditions that have shaped the region for millennia. Upon arrival at the Israeli terminal, collect your luggage and make your way to immigration. The process here is orderly, but can be time-consuming, especially if there are many travelers. Keep your documents handy and stay alert for announcements or instructions. At immigration, expect thorough questions about your visit. Officers may ask about your travel plans, accommodations, and reasons for visiting. Answer honestly and confidently, and have your itinerary or hotel bookings ready to show if needed. Patience and politeness go a long way in making this step smooth. Instead of a passport stamp, you'll receive an Israeli entry card. This small piece of paper is your official permission to enter. Keep it safe, as you'll need it for hotels and when exiting the country. Before you're free to go, there's one final security scan. This is standard procedure, so place your bags on the conveyor and walk through the metal detector. Once cleared, you're officially on your way. Outside, you'll find taxis and shared minibuses waiting to take you onward to Jerusalem, Tel Aviv, or other destinations. Prices are usually fixed, but it's always good to confirm before you set off. The entire process can take anywhere from 1 to 4 hours, depending on crowds and security checks. Avoid planning tight connections or appointments immediately after crossing, and give yourself plenty of time to relax and adjust. With a little preparation and a lot of patience, the crossing becomes more than just a formality. It's the first chapter of your adventure, and a story you'll remember long after your journey ends. This border is more than a line. It's a living echo of history, a place where the past and present are woven together in the very earth beneath our feet. Here, the land itself seems to remember every footstep, every crossing, every moment of hope and hardship that has played out along its length. Armies, merchants, and pilgrims have crossed here for millennia. From the earliest days of civilization, this border has been a thoroughfare for those seeking fortune, faith, or simply a new beginning. The dust of ancient caravans still lingers in the air, mingling with the prayers of pilgrims and the ambitions of traders who once risked everything to journey across these lands. The Jordan River, small but legendary, marks ancient crossings and baptisms. Its waters have witnessed countless stories of prophets, wanderers, and seekers. For many, this river is not just a geographical feature, but a sacred threshold, a place where the spiritual and the earthly meet, and where history flows as surely as the current itself. The bridge itself has been built, destroyed, and rebuilt, witness to conflict and reunion. Each stone and beam tells a story of division and connection, of the pain of separation and the joy of reunion. Through wars and peace treaties, the bridge has stood as a silent observer, bearing the scars of the past and the hopes of those who cross it. It's a vital link for families and commerce, a symbol of intertwined realities. Every day, people and goods move across, weaving together the lives and economies of two nations. For some, it's a lifeline to loved ones. For others, a gateway to opportunity. The border pulses with the energy of daily life, even as it stands as a reminder of the barriers that still exist. Here, Arab traditions meet Israel's immigrant mosaic. Cultures blend and influence each other. The border is a place of encounter where languages, foods, and customs intermingle. It's a living testament to the region's diversity, where every meeting is a small act of diplomacy, and every handshake a bridge between worlds. The crossing is a living museum. Every sign and uniform shaped by history. Artifacts and symbols from different eras are on display, each one a fragment of a larger story. The uniforms of the guards, the languages on the signs, even the architecture of the checkpoint, all reflect the layers of history that have shaped this place. It's a reminder of the fragility of peace and the effort required to maintain it. The monuments and quiet moments at dawn speak to the ongoing struggle for understanding and coexistence. Every handshake, every agreement is hard-won, and the peace that exists here is as precious as it is precarious. The past is always present, shaping every moment at this border. Ancient ruins and relics remind us that today's crossings are just the latest chapter in a story thousands of years old. The echoes of history are everywhere, from the stones beneath our feet to the stories shared by those who passed through. Standing here, I felt the weight and wonder of all that has come before. The border is not just a place on a map, it's a living testament to endurance, change, and the enduring human spirit that continues to shape its destiny. What stays with me most are the faces at the crossing. European pilgrims, eyes bright with faith, journeyed to holy sites. Palestinian families crossed with practiced patience, visiting loved ones, carrying gifts, enduring separation. A young mother's tired smile reminded me of our shared humanity. Backpackers from around the world swapped stories and tips, forming a fleeting community. Each traveler had a unique reason for crossing, each story a thread in the border's tapestry. Politics and headlines fade here. Daily life, family, and hope take center stage. Up close, the border becomes a place of connection, not just division. It's a powerful lesson. Look beyond labels and see the individual. A few tips make this journey smoother and more respectful. Dress modestly, cover shoulders and knees to honor local customs and stay comfortable. Carry cash in both dinars and shekels for fees and transport. Bring water and snacks. Waits can be long in the heat. Patience is essential. Security is thorough, so stay calm and cooperative. Use the time for people watching and reflection. A friendly thank you, shukran or toda, goes a long way with officials. Check border hours and research the political context before you go. Travel as a curious, respectful guest and your journey will be richer. Stepping out of the Israeli terminal, I felt gratitude and accomplishment. This crossing was more than travel, it was a walk through living history. I left one complex country for another, gaining deeper questions, not easy answers. Travel builds empathy. Standing here replaced headlines with real faces and stories. Crossing borders is a small act of rebellion against division. Every smile and conversation weaves a new tapestry of understanding. Problems remain, but personal connections make empathy possible. I left humbled, reminded that travel's greatest gift is new perspective. On this bridge between worlds, I learned what it means to share our humanity. My journey is just one among millions, each revealing the world's beauty and diversity. I'm grateful to share these stories and hope they spark your curiosity. Maybe you'll dream of your own journey or simply learn about a new culture. Wonder and connection keep our hearts open. If you enjoyed this walk from Jordan to Israel, please follow for more adventures. Your support builds a community of curious, open-minded travelers. Thank you for joining me. Let's keep exploring, learning, and connecting. Until next time, travel safely and with an open heart.